Field at Mile High in Denver. It's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
Taken in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you follow him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. This down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stump it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Ooh, with a juke. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Fielded at about the 28. A very nice. The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
No! Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely to start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off at the pass rush.
From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Jackson's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
19-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This one taken just inside the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from him.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brought down back at his own.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
from the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he fires one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So first and 10 now from the 30. This one down to the 28, and that's all. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On the move to his left. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
10. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dime. Nice grab. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And to give this time to the tailback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up
now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Makes the score Broncos 21. Chargers.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 17-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Jackson
took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. To throw again, Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
13. Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Second and 5. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Broncos.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now it's Jackson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know...
It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 26.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Incomplete.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drive, 4 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, look at that. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 23-yard line.
So the Chargers now down on the scoreboard. A little under 50 seconds to go. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. And some room to work. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way now. It's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score.
And he coughed it out. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle.